is a hard sport. Do you know what I mean? It's a hard sport, man. And it takes a lot of dedication and time, and it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Boxing's not just a sport that you need to learn. Do you know where I'm from? It's something. Boxing is not just about. It's not just about talent. It's about something that you've got inside you. Do you know what I mean? Something that is deep inside of you. Do you know where I'm coming from? And that's why people are just gassed with this. I should be a champion because I've got a big punch, or I'm this, or I'm that, or I'm that. It's something that you got deep inside you. It's not something you can just say, right, you're going to be boxing, train you to. It's not something that can be trained. It's like a gift. It's either you got it or you haven't, kind of thing. Do you know what I'm coming from? Boxing is a sink or swim thing, innit? You know, that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to fight, innit? So if you can't fight, do something else. And that goes out to all fighters who want to put on a pair of 8-ounce gloves and get in the ring and go around and tell people in the street that they're a boxer. You ain't a boxer if you don't box. When I was a kid, I visualised being a boxing champion. I've always had the drive, and athleticism, and you know, I've always been athletic. I did every sport at school, even in secondary school. But yeah, I've always had the will to want to win, maybe a little bit too much. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want to be involved in anything. I didn't want to be involved in any sport that I was going to be second place. My first experience of boxing was watching Rocky. And looking at a boxing gym was amazing, just seeing the atmosphere, everyone training hard, everyone looking focused, everyone sweaty. And you know, in the first experience of me going in a boxing gym, it just brought that to life. I found it amazing. Sacrifice going out. You know, obviously I can't drink, but it's not even just the going out. It's the actual sleep. I can't be out of my bed 3 in the morning. Does that make any sense? I need to be in my bed before 12 every night. Another sacrifice is intimacy with my woman. I've just got a new girlfriend. A lot of people don't believe in that, but I reckon it makes me mentally and spiritually stronger if I keep myself to myself and save it until after. But obviously, if you've got a girlfriend and you find her attractive, that's a very big sacrifice. That is probably at the moment, I reckon it's harder as well. You know, I'm training hard, so obviously my testosterone level is going to be raised. So to not do that is hard, which is like a lot of the week. This week I'm staying at a friend's house just to be on my own a little bit and you know, find it a lot easier, which is still a big sacrifice being away from her, because obviously, you know what I mean, I like the company and everything. I never had many choices, and if I did have many choices, I'd actually put all the other choices first before I put boxing, because of how much dedication and how hard it is, and you know, and if it did go pear-shaped, how long it could actually go. The only thing that gives you that little bit of edge over the other person is that something that's inside here. Do you got to come from to make you that desire to win, and that's what should give you the desire to win, to say, right, I've got a purpose. I'm fighting so that I can then make a better life for my kids. Do you know what I'm from? I'm not fighting so that my kid can become fucking a boxer after. Do you know what I mean? I'm fighting so that they can have a nice future. I can put something down for my kids and they can do something in their life. That's not how this game works. This game is not about your physical. It's more about the spiritual. And anyone who's at the top level knows that we are all in the top 10, we all have our attributes. We are all capable of winning a world title in that top 10. You've got Adil Anwar, amazing boxer. He's got an elusive style, and he's a puncher. You've got Curtis Woodhouse, puncher. You're coming from experience, tough, got drive. Yeah, you got Tyrell Nurse, very good boxer skill, very tall. You got the list is endless. There's got to be something that makes one of us prevail over the other one. There's got to be that one little extra bit, that thing that triggers off and sets us up higher than puts us higher than the other person. That essence of that, you know what I mean? You ever see that a fighter who's not that great, but there's something that he's something that he's got. It's you know what I mean? You can't train it in a gym. You can't be taught it. It's just something that you were born with, or something that you have inside you. You know what I mean? That desire, that will to win. To start off with, I think I was sleeping at the gym for 4 months. But when I first moved into the gym, because before that, like I said, I was only doing classes. When I first moved into the gym, he went, do you want to do a cleaning job? So like, yeah, cool. So then I was doing a cleaning job, then classes, and sleeping there. Then obviously it went from cleaning job, classes, to doing one-to-ones. I got too used to boxing. John still wanted to manage me though. Do you know what I mean? But then he said he's not going to pay for my medical. The medical's like £700. Where was I going to find £700 from? So Ben Doughty said, don't worry about it. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to introduce you to Spencer Fearon. He said to me that you can fight. And he said you can win titles. The reality of losing. Do you know where I'm coming from? This ain't Sunday league football match. You lose. I lost last week, so right, you've got to win this one. Or I win this one. We drew last week. No, it's not like it's just you have to win, innit? After the fight, after Dow settled for a fight, yeah, I had a feeling in me that I don't know if this feeling is not in a loser, yeah, give up. If when you lose your fight, you don't feel like you want to hurry up and get back in that gym again, do something else, innit? I don't think there's a promoter in the world, I was going to say Britain, I don't think there's a promoter in the world who gets involved that much in someone's training. Spencer's in the gym and he sees the training that I do. You know where I'm coming from? He's in there and he sees the amount of rounds that I spar. He's like, you could do 10 rounds, you could do 12 rounds. It was a big jump. There's a lot of people that were saying, oh my God, are you sure? 10 rounds, that's a lot. Do you know what I mean? Everyone was like, if you've done 10 rounds before, everyone's got that same negative. But I just said to myself, I believe in my promoter. And I believe in the training that I do. I'd sparred with Peter Madonna years ago. In my head, I just kept visualising that sparring session. And, it just gave me the range in my head. And I said, look, if I can touch it, I can hit it, I can break it. To be honest, it was a better feeling winning the Southern Area title than winning the British title. It was more moving to win the Southern Area title than win the British title. With the British title, some people would be like, oh, you should have been moved more because of the fact that you had the short notice and the fact that I had the flu and stuff like that. But it wasn't. It was just the fact that long build-up, I was in that gym. I mean, the training sessions that I would do was almost ridiculous. That tells the story of still some sort of struggle. Because I'm from where a lot of people from the outside think, oh, you hear it. I went to school, did a talk, they're saying, what Porsche did you at? Porsche. Unfortunately, guys, I'm still bumping the train, you know what I mean? So I love it. So that means it's still part of the story. It means there's still something to chase. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when you take it to chase away, when the Porsche's outside, and when people's going, oh, Darren Hamilton, this great, glorious boxer, that is where I don't want to be. I want to be where I am now. I want to be, I still want to be hungry, and I still want to be doubted. Dave Ryan, with a lot of respect to Dave Ryan. Dave Ryan's a soldier, man. Dave Ryan fight anyone. Came into the ring, first round. I could hear all the crowd shouting at me, shouting abuse and stuff. Got in there, went into the ring, first round. I was winning the fight. And I got disqualified for headbutting, which was devastating because I got disqualified in the first round. Spencer, that was it, man. That was the most angriest I've ever seen Spencer in my life. He was trying to get me in another fight, maybe a rematch with Peter Madonna. I said, I don't want to rematch Peter Madonna. No one wants to beat up Peter Madonna again. I need to fight this guy again. Do you know where I'm coming from? He's got my title. He won my title on the disqualifications, got never lost on my record. I need to fight that guy, innit? And I boxed him and I beat him. I won every round. Peter O'Donnell fight. They saw that they didn't want to fight. Then now they seen the Dave Ryan fight, now they want to fight me. Do you know where I'm coming from? So like, people only want to fight so they think that they can win. From then on, I was waiting for that opportunity to be an opponent. I just said, this is the only way it's going to happen. So John Watson had been training for a long time. I'd only been training for 3 weeks. And then so I took the fight. And I just know the moving and the motivational talks that Spencer gives me when he's in the changing rooms. I don't think I can ever lose. And I just went in there, bro, and I was just being awkward, and I was catching it, and I was just beating him on his own turf. He just couldn't believe it. And people said, you're crazy for going up there and fighting John Watson. Short notice, in his own background. But John Watson's a youthful guy. You know where I'm coming from? He's not no bum. And a lot of people have said, yeah, and then he proved everyone wrong. And when I won the John Watson fight, I just said to him, Spencer, I even believe in you even more now, even though I believed in him before. And I said to him, you make the decisions. And when he said that Ashley Fair paying fight, I thought, yeah. Then I said, what do you think, Spencer? Yeah, you should take it. I said, boom, take it, let's go. Yeah, you obviously understand the dangers of boxing, and when you get tired, you get punched in your head with the 8-ounce gloves. Do you know what I mean? It's a dangerous thing to do. I wasn't prepared for the fight. I'd been drinking and had a week off the week before it. My cold was getting worse, and my throat was getting worse by the day, and I was overweight. And I was starving myself. I don't think you understand that. Do you know, I've never actually really realized what I actually did the week of the fight. And it was my first 12 rounds. All of these things. Do you know what I'm going? And I just still went for it. But I know he didn't want to fight me. I'm not here to just get paid. I'm here to actually make numbers. I'm here to make a change in my life. Not proving everyone wrong. I've been the underdog in 8 fights now. Doubters give me that burn. You know, come on, people who doubt me give me that burn. People who call me waste give me that burn. People who say you're not British champion material give me that burn. This is just the feeling of the beginning of something great. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be, because that's how it feels like it was written. It ends now. There's no story. There was no point in me being homeless. There was no point in me winning it when no one thought I could win it. Do you know where I'm coming from? And what the only scary thing about this boxing thing is the day when people start hailing me up